Of course, anytime that you do want to talk, just mention your name, because we do have about 30 people on this call. So we want to make sure that we are looking at you and giving you that space to speak and share whatever you want to share. And at any point in time you want to communicate, just feel free to use the chat box. The chat box is open, and at random times you might see Belle or me or Tarika asking you questions in the chat box as well. So look out in the chat box to communicate with us. And last but not least, just please practice virtual patience, because anything and everything can happen in a virtual space. And with that, I would like to hand it over to Belle to take us through a little icebreaker before we go on.
Hi, everyone. Okay, so if you've ever been to a Busy Buds preview before, most of you may not have, you would know we love to keep it engaging. So it's not just going to be a one-way conversation. It's going to be two ways, and we'd love to hear from you as well. But in this particular activity, right, maybe you can stop sharing the screen for a while, Kathy, and let's go into gallery mode. What we're going to do is we're going to answer questions to see some of the connections that we have with each other, all right? So it'll be great if you have your videos on for this particular exercise. It's great. Thanks. Nice. Okay, so for those of you like Sumi, I understand if you really can't turn your video on, you can just share it in the chat. What we're going to do is, if you do agree with the statement, I want you to do this. Stick both your hands up, give me a high 10, and wave them in the air like that. Fun fact, in sign language, this is actually a way of giving applause. So we're going to applaud each other for every time we have something in common. I'm going to ask a series of questions, and if you resonate, if you answer yes to that, just give me a big wave. So everyone here who has their videos on. Great, that was a practice round. For those without their videos on, lucky you, didn't have to do any of that. All right, so next one, let's go into some light and breezy questions. Everyone here who is a parent. Okay, I see a couple of parents in the room, nice, okay. Everyone here who loves spicy food. Yes, these are all my people, I see you. So if we ever meet up face to face in reality, guys, we're all gonna have spicy food together, right? Okay. Next, everyone who has traveled outside of their own country. All right, okay. We've gone through some of those questions. Let's dig a little deeper. Everyone who has faced some sort of very serious illness before in their life. Interesting. Okay. Everyone who has never meditated before. Oh, okay, that's interesting. Okay. Everyone who has meditated before. I just wanted to see your hands in the air, guys. All right. Let's give some time for the people to respond in the chat box as well. Everyone who thinks meditation is connected to yoga. Right? All right, 1, 2, 3, 4 of us. Great, great. Okay, and everyone who thinks it's difficult to meditate sometimes. Doesn't have to be all the time, it can be sometimes. Great, okay, so really interesting warm up. I wanna ask, let's see, Fatia, can you turn on your mic? Okay, Fatia, yep. You get to ask, and everyone who has question. Do you have a question you wanna ask?
What do I wanna ask? Anyone with, anyone who's the firstborn, like me.
Nice one. Can you call out someone else's name so that they can ask a question?
Yeah, I would like to call Usha. I hope I pronounce your name correct, madam. Sorry if it's wrong.
Okay, Usha, your turn.
My mic was on mute. Everyone who likes meditation. I guess everyone likes meditation. Okay. Not prepared for that anyway.
All right, So it's good to know that I saw some people not actually waving their hands, so that was interesting too. Thank you, Usha. Thank you, Fatia, for participating and helping me moderate that session. I love that. And with that, guys, now that we've nicely warmed up our hands and fingers, we've got to know a little bit about each other. A couple of first kids in the room who like spicy food, people who have meditated, some of us who've had serious illnesses. We've covered a wide range of topics. But what's most important is that we're all human beings that need to celebrate ourselves and find calm in the center of many storms. And with that, we've come to the end of our icebreaker. And I would like to introduce someone very special. Yes, she's special because she's able to bring a lot of calm and centeredness into our lives. So I'm going to wait till Kathy brings up that slide. So today, our session is going to be led by none other than Tarika Jafar, a master and expert teacher at meditation. There are a lot of people who are great at meditation, but something that strikes us the most about Tarika is her ability to translate what meditation is and can be like for each individual person. And that's what modern meditation is all about. It's how meditation can apply to you the best way for you according to your mental state, your belief systems, and with your time and your preference, right? Meditation doesn't have to be what everyone else says it has to be. Meditation is what you make of it. And Tarika is the best person to get you through that. She has been doing meditation since, I think, 1999. Yeah, so it's a pretty long time that she's been involved in this, but she's got a very interesting story to share about how meditation found her and what it did. She's also a Reiki practitioner, so she's a master Reiki teacher. She's done neuro-linguistic programming, hypnotherapy. She studied physiology in relation to meditation. So it's not just about meditation alone. She brings in all these different elements into her session and sees how they're interrelated and can apply to your life. So without further ado, let's invite the lady of the hour, Tarika Amina, to take us through the rest of the journey today. Over to you, Tarika.
Thank you, Isabel, and thank you, Kathy. Thank you very much. And I would like to congratulate all of you. Let's give a virtual clap for yourselves for joining on a Saturday evening. For some of you, it's afternoon. Welcome to the session. I'm excited to share. I'm excited to share and give, and my journey has begun. And the name Tarika means the path. So I hope I can show you the path to your life, to within you, the journey within you opens. And let me tell you a little bit about my journey to meditation and mindfulness. I was a non-believer of meditation. I never thought meditation existed, and I was hot-tempered to begin with. I had a lot of anger problems, I have to admit. And I was a graphic designer. I'm an artist by profession. So, you know, highly temperamental human being. All that put aside, meditation happened to me. It happened in a way that in a moment of despair, stress, trying to block off whatever emotions I was feeling, whatever sorrows, whatever physical feelings, thoughts, I tried to block it off. And I happened to gaze at the horizon. And that gaze just took me to a place where I could only hear my breath, my breathing. The sound of my breathing was louder than the ocean. So then I realized, what is this? And there was so much peace, there was so much calmness, and there was a lot of clarity on whatever that was happening. So I realized that I didn't know a name for it. Honestly, I didn't know meditation. I didn't know anything about yoga when this happened. And I said, this is a nice feeling. Why don't I do this often enough that even when I'm happy, why do I wait for a moment like this? So that is how I got into the journey of meditation. Then I became a Reiki master, Reiki practitioner, Reiki master. And I had many students who came to learn, and they wanted a one-on-one session, and I couldn't give all my time. I have taught about 400 students by now, Reiki practitioners, and masters. I have 122 masters I have taught. So I couldn't spend all my time with all of them individually. So I started a meditation group 15 years ago, once a week, every week, as long as I was in the country. And I have been working as a head of international sales, which I'm still working. That's my journey. So you can imagine the polarity, selling, being in the corporate world. So I genuinely and truly know what some of y'all are going through. It's not an easy journey. And once my son asked me, the world is so difficult. Can I go into the jungle and start meditating? I said, if you're running away from something, the jungle is also going to give you trouble when the weather changes, snows, rains, when you have no food in the trees. So we can't run away from things. We need to learn that how do we deal in the real world. So that's where meditation comes in. And I realized that everyone at some point, all of us, all of you here have meditated. Just think about it. You gazed at something. You gazed at an ant hole where ants are walking through. You know how the ants, they meet and they greet each other as they walk. And then you would have watched the rain fall. You would have watched a dewdrop on a leaf, on a flower. Or you would have just looked at your palm, or you would have just stared into the open sky. And that's meditation happening to you. But we never realize that, isn't it? We always think that, you know, meditation, we've given it a name or connotation. So we believe that name itself gives you, it's a label and it gets it harder. But meditation is a journey within you. I can go on nowadays for 3 hours. But when I started like everyone else with 2 minutes, 3 minutes. And that's why I'm saying that anyone can do it. Everyone has that capacity, the capability. And meditation does not belong to any particular faith. It is not connected to yoga, because if you look at it, meditation has been done by all masters and by all the prophets. They've all done meditation. Prophet Muhammad went into the cave. Jesus Christ meditated. Lord Buddha meditated. If we just go to Lord Shiva, meditated. Meditation is where they began their journey to teach people, to guide people. They were born leaders in faith. They were born leaders in spirituality. But they all did that. And they have also told us that we all have this within us. So first thing, why I call this modern meditation is you don't have to sit on the floor. You don't have to sit cross-legged to meditate. You can sleep. You can lie on the grass. You can lie on sand. You can be sitting on a chair. Why we say is it's better to keep your spine straight is because that is where your breath, your nerve endings have to be open. If you crunch yourself, the nerve endings are going to be closed and the pathways are not going to be open. Also, I have a PhD in acupuncture. So we believe in nadis. I didn't believe in acupuncture and I went into that too accidentally. So these nadis are like highways. So the energy has to move through. And why we fall sick or something like that is when the energy pathways are blocked at a junction. So you might have to, it's like when you put acupuncture needles or acupressure, you're plunging the energy to move. It's like if there's a traffic jam in the center of a road, what would you do? You have to move it. To start moving, one way has to move. So that's the reason in meditation, it's good to keep your spine straight as much as possible. But if you're lying on the floor, on the bed, your spine is straight. So don't worry about it, right? Believe, a most important thing is for you to believe that everyone can meditate. Strange, but true. And we always, I notice that many of y'all here meditate. Y'all have done it at least once. So that's a good thing. And modern meditation is about journeying within. So of course it is attached to the breath. Of course it is attached to the nervous system. The nervous system has to calm down. And it's all about you. No one can motivate us to meditate or to do anything, right? And no one can inspire us. Because let me give you a simple example. Why? if you have a serious illness, sometimes a doctor might say, well, there is no cure to this. But at the same time, you might have a very good friend or someone coming and saying, I have been cured by this. Now, you have a choice of an expert's opinion, and you have a choice of an opinion of someone who is completely cured. But you choose which one you want to believe for yourself. Doesn't that tell you that you are not listening to anyone? None of us listen to anyone. Sometimes our parents might say, oh, you're very stubborn, you don't listen. And I tell that to my children, but honestly, no one listens to anyone. We all have a mind of our own. And sometimes our bosses might tell us, office people might belittle you, people might not value you, but deep inside, you know who you are. And how do you find out this? How do you know the clarity? How do you know what is true? Like when I said the doctor is telling you something, someone who has got cured is telling you something. How do you know which applies to you? You need to journey within and find out where your belief systems come from, where all your thought patterns are created long ago. And only way you can go in and find out is in silence. And when you go within, you get clarity, you have focus, you have solutions. Amazingly, you will find solutions to every issue, every problem, because everyone has innate intelligence. Even a small child has innate intelligence. And if you look at it, people who are, their mental capacity is not normal in the world standards. People who have Down syndrome, people who are in the spectrum of autism, they too have innate intelligence. So we cannot underestimate the intelligence and the power within each one of us. We are all very powerful beings. We all have a chip, but just that this chip has been modified. This chip has been fed information, downloaded by how we've been brought up, the surroundings, sometimes our teachers. There are some good things that have been said. There are some things that are very neutral. There are some things that does not resonate with you. So what do? You can architect your own life, right? So now, shall we go into a reflection, guided reflective session? And what is a reflection? You're seeing within yourself. So this reflection is not an outer reflection, it's an inner reflection. We are going deep within. So gently shut your eyelids, gently. And just focus on your feelings. Right now, at this moment, what are you feeling? Are you feeling happy? Are you feeling calm? Are you feeling sad? Are you feeling peaceful? Are you feeling joyful? Are you feeling blissful? Visualize, feel, pay attention to what you're feeling. What you're feeling in your gut, what you're feeling in your mind, what you're feeling in your heart center. Scan those feelings. Just you're only scanning on what are you feeling. Begin a bit deeper now to the next layer of feelings. Are you feeling despondent? Are you feeling responsible? Deeper emotions, deeper feelings. Are you feeling carefree? Are you feeling worried about the future? Are you feeling fearful? Now let's sink into another deeper layer. What is the constant feeling that I walk around with, or I have walked around with for the past 3 days until this very moment? And now let's move into, what are your thoughts right now? What are you thinking of? Just now you were sensing your feelings. Now think of, what are my thoughts? What is your thought right in front of your head, right in front? Just the first thought that's rising and falling. Or maybe you're thoughtless. Let's go into the next level. What has been your thought for this whole week, the last 1 week, up to this very minute? And let's see what is another thought, in another deeper level. That's a constant thought. Not judging the thought, whether it's good or bad, but just look at it. Be gentle with yourself. Be honest. Be authentic. Be realistic. And feel it. Now let's move to the sensations in your body. Right now, what are the sensations? Are you antsy? Are you restless? Are you feeling calm? Are you feeling peaceful? Do you feel like you want to get up and move? And let's sink into the next feeling, next sensation, deeper. For the last 1 week, what has been the sensations that you have gone through? Headaches, pains, sudden twitches in your body. These things happen. Shoulder ache, pressing sensations on your chest, on your abdomen, feeling of indigestion, feeling of breathlessness. Don't judge it. Doesn't mean it's a physical illness. And now, give yourself a minute to just breathe, let go of all the thoughts, feelings, sensations. Just inhale gently, softly, smoothly. And exhale, wiggle your fingers slightly and open your eyes. That was a reflective session. We can reflect on so many things. We can reflect on our actions, the happenings in our life. And as we reflect, we learn. But to reflect and learn, we need meditation to journey within. And all I want is for everyone to learn how to be able to meditate on their own eventually. because you have a lot of YouTube guidance. We have a lot of affirmations, but as I said, the guidance and affirmations, they can quickly move away from us because they don't sprout from within. They might bring you the peace and harmony that you need for that very moment only. So we need to find a more sustainable, more stable way of finding solutions, being peaceful, and finding the answers. So let's do a guided meditation now. If you all are ready, just relax, roll your shoulders back, straighten your spine as much as possible. If you're leaning against a chair or a wall, it's fine. If you want to stretch yourself on the floor, please go ahead. And inhale and exhale, just at your own pace, but focus on making this inhalation and exhalation as smooth as possible. Very smooth inhalation, very smooth exhalation. Feel that smoothness in your inhalation and exhalation. Breathe in deeply, breathe out. Now visualize as you breathe in, you're breathing in through your toes, and that breath is traveling up your shin, your calves, to your knees, and pull it upwards to your waist. Pull it all the way up to your crown, and exhale and let it flow down, all the way down to the soles of your feet, all the way down. And feel that peace swiping over you as you exhale. Once again, inhale from your toes, all the way rising up to your crown, top of your head. Hold it there, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, and this exhalation, swipe it down like a fountain or a waterfall, just flowing down to the tip of your fingers, tip of your toes, and relax. Feel that relaxation. And visualize now you have this beautiful waterfall in front of you. Visualize, imagine, and see yourself with the clothes you're wearing right now, as if you're the same clothes, you're standing under a waterfall. And the energy just flows down from head to toe, moving down. Inhale and exhale and allow your breath to move through every corner of your body, reaching every single cell, every atom, and every molecule. You're feeling that peace, you're feeling that harmony. Just breathe in, inhale, make the inhalation smooth, gentle, soft. Smooth, gentle, soft exhalations. Feel that inhalation softens all the thoughts, emotions, feelings that does not resonate with your mind, with your body, and with your soul, to just evaporate from your mind, body, and soul as the waterfall gushes outside and inside of your body, releasing all the tension in every joint, every muscle. As you inhale, focus on where the inhalation touches the first point of touch, whether it's on top of your lip, the front of your nostril. As you pay attention, watch that inhalation Watch the breath moving into your body, moving into your lungs, moving out, bringing you peace. You feel a harmonious feeling within you. Gently move into those places just now that you went in. Your thoughts, your feelings, your sensations. If anything popped up that needs attention, just breathe into that thought. If a feeling popped in to your attention, just breathe into that feeling. And breathe out as naturally and normally as possible. If a sensation popped up that needs attention, breathe into that sensation. May it be physical, may it be emotional sensation. Drop your shoulders as these emotions, feelings, thoughts release. Roll your shoulders and let your shoulders drop to the sides. Stack your spine, one vertebra on top of the other. Take a nice inhalation from your coccyx, your tailbone, all the way up to your crown. And exhale down to your tailbone. This will allow the nerves in your body to relax. Going deeper and deeper into relaxation. You're going deeper and deeper into relaxation. Feel yourself sinking into your chair, your bed, your floor. And let go and be here for a moment. Watch your breath. Inhale and exhale. Feel that calm, gentle feeling. I will allow you to be here for a moment, 15 seconds. Okay, gently coming back, bringing your mind back to your body. Wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers. And gently open your eyes. Take a moment to pause and be still without any sudden movements. Give yourself that time to gently come out of that stillness. Yes, that was great. Thank you everyone for participating and being there. Let's, Kathy, why don't we get them to share on what the differences between, did you notice, from the reflective session and the journey of meditation. Of course, this is a guided session, but eventually you will be able to do it without any guidance. That is our objective to achieve when we finally go through as many sessions as possible. So Kathy, I give you the liberty to choose at least 2 or 3 people who want to share.
Great. Thank you, Tarika. That was wonderful. So the question is also in the chat box if you want to have that. I'm just going to ask it again. what difference did you notice between the reflective session and the journey of the guided meditation session? So I'd like to hear from Rekha.
Hi everyone. The difference, I mean, the first thing that I noticed about the reflective meditation is you were actually asking us to think about something, and wherein our mind was occupied basically to go look for things that you were asking us to look for in the repertoire of whatever memories and things that we have. And in the guided meditation, I realized that it was just a journey of the breath moving wherever you were asking us to take the breath. It was like we were moving with the breath. So there was no time really for thoughts as such. So we were not, involved in our own selves, but to just be with your voice. And at least that was my experience. Just be with your voice and experience where the breath was taking us. So
Excellent, Rekha, excellent. That's the thing. Yeah, your intellect, in one, your intellect is functioning. In the other, your intellect is not functioning at all. You let go. So as long as our intellect is there, our intellect is the barrier. Our mind is the barrier
that's
to reach that state. Very good. Very lovely answer. Beautiful.
thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
I'm also seeing some questions in the chat box. Piva has
Mhm.
asked, why does the breathing start from the feet to the crown, not the other way around?
Okay.
So Tarika, I'll let you
So
answer that.
all right. Breathing. Okay. It's because when we always consider breathing from the nostrils going in. So when you reverse it, it's challenging for the brain. And what we want to do is for the mind not to think too much. Like if I tell you that breathe through your from top to bottom, then it's like a normal thing which you always do. From here, you feel that the breath is going downwards. Now I'm challenging your mind, and the mind thinks, no, I don't want to think about this. This is too much. So the mind shuts off. It's basically anything we do here is to quieten the mind. Correct. So I hope I answered your question. Then any other questions?
So far, no, but Nurul has also shared, she said reflection felt like peeling layers.
Yes.
It felt like just a flow.
Oh, Nurul, that was very little I gave you. So if you felt that, excellent. I'm happy, even if you don't join our other sessions, because that's very little and you felt so much. I'm so happy for you.
Wonderful. And last, maybe I can hear from Jess as well. Jess, are you able to unmute yourself?
Jess Proven. Calling Jess Proven.
Jess, are you with us?
Okay, maybe we'll get Jess to
Okay.
share it in the chat.
Then maybe Divya Bojwani. Huh? Divya, would you like to share?
Hi, everyone.
Hi, hello.
That was a very nice session. Thank you for that. For the first reflective state, I felt like everyone did too. Like it felt like you were using your thoughts and you had to be conscious and aware about your thoughts and your feelings. And the meditation state, you were in fact focusing on one particular thought that kind of led you to just really let go of everything. That's just focusing on the breath. So you felt a little empty at the same time focused.
Very
So it was
nice.
really good.
That's a very good sharing. That is an excellent state. That's the state we want to constantly come to so we can journey within. So that's very good.
Thank you.
And now I would like to give you all two tools which you can use. And one is, it's called the butterfly flap. Or if you're some people are scared of butterflies, Kathy was telling me. So you can visualize, even my own son is scared of butterflies. You can visualize an eagle's wings. So place your hands like this. Whenever you feel highly stressed, your emotions are too much to handle, use it as a flap to flap. So your hands are focused, but you're just flapping your palms like that. Can you see that? Yeah, so but place it on your chest and flap and close your eyes and think of an emotion you want to let go, whether it's fear, whether it's uncertainty. We have fear of death, we have fear of poverty, we have fear of ill health, we have fear of aging, old age. So all these kind of fears or any kind of emotion you want to release, you can use this. You can go in the shower, you can do this. It's very nice to do it in the shower. You can do it before going to bed. So use this, and what it does is it releases in your mind. Your intellect is telling your body, your physiology is telling your intellect, your mind, that I am releasing. And that's good enough for the mind to release. So you will remember what happened, but you would not feel that deep sense of emotion, which you can release. And the second tool, Kathy, can we go to the next slide? Yes. So let's get a grip. This grip is most of the time we are reacting in life, right? Whether it's a good reaction, a bad reaction, we are reacting, whether to something somebody said or something that's happening around us. But when we react, we are not mindful. We are mindlessly reacting most of the time. And that's where we have all these problems, issues with people. We have misunderstandings. We are misunderstood by people. People misunderstand us. So how do we get a grip? So you can do it. You lock your fingers, press your palms together. So maybe you're talking to your boss. Maybe you're talking to your colleague. And you need to react. But you need to get a grip of yourself and give pause and think, what is the purpose of saying this? What is my purpose? For an instance, if I want to tell Kathy, I don't like your blouse, if I grip, I will realize that, oh, I just want to run her down in front of everybody because she's looking very pretty. But that's not the reason, right? But when I pause and when I grip, I know, no, I want Kathy to look prettier because she looks better in a yellow. So then I would wait and I would tell her later. So getting a grip of yourself actually allows you to better react to any situation, any circumstances. If you have kids, if you have colleagues, if you have family, parents, that's what this is about. So remember these two. I hope you can use it and you can react in a very peaceful manner. So my session has come to an end, my part. I have planted the seed of meditation deep into you, within you. Maybe you will start the journey tomorrow, day after, maybe in a year, maybe in 5 years. Honestly, it doesn't matter. When you're ready, you can start the journey. And now your journey begins. I will allow Kathy and Zubin. Let's give them a round of applause because they've been working very hard on the slides. They're my managers, my program managers. Guys, bravo to both of you. Excellent, excellent program managers. I mean, it's not easy because I'm somebody who doesn't want to focus on any of these slides and all. They've been doing everything for me. I'm very grateful, and I'm very, very grateful to each and every one of you for joining me today because my heartfelt reason is to spread meditation to the whole world as much as possible. Thank you. I'm very grateful. I'm very, 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 very grateful. Kathy and Zubin.
Thank you, Tarika. Thank you so much for sharing that. So just a quick recap for everyone of what we've experienced today, just so that you can also go through. We've been through a very relaxing guided meditation, so it's understandable if you've forgotten what we've already experienced in the beginning. For some, you might even find more clarity and remember what's been happening throughout the session. But I'd just like to take us through a very quick recap of what we've experienced so far. So there was a guided reflection where we looked inwards to understand our thoughts, feelings, and sensations. We then went through a guided meditation experience, and then we spoke about 2 tools that we can use on a daily basis, anytime, to cope, right? It could be butterfly release, and the second one is to get a grip. Nice. So if you have any questions, don't worry, we will be sharing these slides with everyone here. So maybe you want to look back on it, see what you experienced, and have some follow-up notes as well, because we've got a very special post-program deck that we will be sharing with everyone who came for today's session. all you have to do is complete the feedback form that we have, and you will immediately get a link to download this whole set of slides for yourself. Okay, so let's go on to the next slide, Kathy. So this is just a quick overview. So what, like Kathy mentioned, what happened today was a preview session of what you can experience, right? The full program and the full journey to realizing how you can meditate on your own in your time and the best way you know how is a 8-week journey with us. It's about an hour a week dedicated to understanding this process. 1 hour, 15 minutes to be exact, because we want to have 15 minutes for people to ask questions and go through it, right? So this is what those modules look like. And you will be able to have a look at those modules when you get a copy of the slide. If you aren't able to get a copy of the slide, don't worry, just WhatsApp me. Everyone here should have my number by now, Tarika's or Kathy's. So just feel free to drop us a message and I'll send you anything you need, all right? So this is gonna be a supported journey. And you will be offered, for everyone who came for today's group session, there is a special offer just for you, which includes 3 complimentary guided meditation sessions. So these are guided, right? The other one is teaching you how to move into your own space for meditation. And this 8-week journey is part of the Mindful Buds experience. So let's go on to the next slide. So normally for this program, it is 640 ringgit. That means it's about roughly 80 ringgit per session where you learn something new. But for today, we'd really like to offer it at less than one. We'd like to cut down 100 ringgit off the price. So for everyone who trusted us, wants to grow with us and experience this journey, it's only 540 ringgit for the full program and those complimentary sessions, right? So you get 1 out of 8 sessions complimentary as a whole from this. Plus you get the 3 guided sessions as well. And the last availability to sign up for this is 28th September, which is a Monday, 11:59 p.m. So if you sign up anytime before 11:59 p.m. Malaysian time, that's GMT +8, you will get to sign up for 540 ringgit. You will get those complimentary guided sessions. And yeah, you can start your journey with us, you know. Whether or not you choose to join though, that makes no difference to how you get the slides. And hopefully you really have taken something of value today that improves the quality of your life and your confidence in practicing meditation. All right, so let's go to the next slide, Kathy.
I'd also like to add that with the whole session, there's also materials that will be helpful to you in the sessions. So you'll have your reflection journal, as well as materials for you to remember what you've experienced in each session, so that you can take it and move forward with it and continue to grow.
Thanks, Kathy. That's a great reminder. So yeah, the sessions it includes everything that you've seen today. It's kind of going to be a breakdown of explaining a little bit about meditation, going into a session where you get to practice the meditation skill that we've talked about or learned for that day. You're going to learn about body scanning. You're going to learn about physical tools that you can use. And then at the same time, you're going to have an opportunity to discuss. So we have peer learning in those circles as well. We create a support group with each other. And through that, you get additional materials like a reflection journal and the notes to help you in your learning experience, right? So these are some of our alumni. Jess Puvan, who is here, is also one of our alumni. He can't turn on his mic, but say hey in the chat box, Jess. So we have run other programs before, e-workshops at work. It follows very much a similar model in terms that you have this experience where you don't only just get to learn something, you immediately implement and apply, and you're able to test it out. So from everyone who's joined our program, I think we've had a 25% rate of people being able to apply immediately what they've learned. So this is e-workshops at work. 25% of our participants who did this program immediately ran a workshop 2 weeks after doing our program, right? And they applied everything new that they just learned. So for us, what I'd like to emphasize here is we care about you being able to do what we say you should be able to do by the end of this experience and program. And I think that's about it from our side. I would just like to ask a question. So it's already 6:54 p.m. If you have to go, I completely understand. I'm going to be sending you a WhatsApp message with the feedback link right now. So maybe you guys can take some time to do that. For those of you who have not added my number, I'd like to ask that you please do, because then I can send you this feedback link in our group broadcast. and you'll be able to respond to that. You can, so the feedback link, like I said, you'll get your slides. You'll also get a special treat, which is memories from this session. I would like to ask us to turn off the screen share and go into a group sharing mode. Okay, so let's just have a quick talk on what you feel meditation is going to be like for you and how meditation can actually help you. I'd like to call Mrs. Jaya. How do you think meditation can help you, Mrs. Jaya?
Yeah, I've been doing meditation for a while.
That's nice.
So yeah, it's, I think once you do meditation, you will never go back. And I think this is, you can do it anywhere, in a car, you can do it, you know, in your room, you can do it, you know, while you're cooking, and you can just go into a peaceful mode. All you need to do is just listen to your breathing. And that has really helped. I think it's wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing that, Mrs. Jaya. And it's amazing that you're already seeing the benefits of it as you practiced it throughout. I think right now what I'd really like to do too is just open the floor up to any questions. If anyone wants to discuss any questions they might have about meditating on your own, meditation, about personal experiences, now is the time to do that. If you don't have any of those questions, I'm just going to ask Kathy to also share the feedback link and nicely wrap it up for us. Kathy, can you do that?
All right, very nice. So if you have any questions and you want to share that in the chat box as well, please feel free to. And if you just want to stay back and ask us questions, that's also fine. So this is the feedback link. You can go ahead and just type it out on your phones or your laptops. Belle will also be sending this to you once we're done, I think. But if you can just spend about a minute or two to just quickly fill out how was this experience for you? What did you like? What did you learn? What do you wish you could continue to learn, or what did you wish happened in this session for you as well? Because your feedback is a gift to us, and we really, really appreciate and want to do better as we keep growing. So if you have got your feedback form open, or if you're struggling, just let me know. You can give me a thumbs up if you've got it open. Okay.
Shall we end the session?
Yes. And so you can complete this even after the session is done. But we just want to thank you once again for being here. And this is a quote that we always love to end our sessions with, just because it holds so much in it. And it is a quote from Jody Hale. So it says, "Every crisis contains within itself the seeds for transformation and growth. Every situation in our life contains within itself the seeds for transformation and growth." So we're so grateful that you can be here and that you continue to grow. And as Tarika said, she has given you some seeds that you can start using and applying in your journey towards meditation. But we do hope to see some of you as we continue this journey in our modern meditation program. And Tarika, I'll hand it to you if you would like to say any last words as well.
Thank you, everyone. And I hope you have a pleasant weekend and enjoy yourself. Just be happy. That's all I would like to say. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, and have a good weekend.
Thank you, you all too.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, everybody. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. Thank you, Somya. I was so glad that you, your sister, and your mom could join us together and all participate with us.
Yeah, we enjoyed the session. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you.
Wonderful.
Hi, Kathy.
Thanks.
Hi. We were on WhatsApp.
Oh, right. Okay, I think that was with Belle. But that was
Oh, Kathy, remember you and Lavanya connected before for coaching?
That's
This
right.
is that Lavanya.
Hi, Lavanya. You're the Lavanya. It's so nice to put a face to the name as well.
Likewise. I'll be in touch.
You too. Take care. Have a great weekend.
Thank you.
Yeah,
You too.
have a
Thanks,
great weekend.
Tarika.
Thanks,
Abid.
Tarika. Thanks, Abid.
Bye.
Thanks, Jess.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. So are we going out of this chat, guys? Ladies?
Yes, I'm just going to. All right.
Okay. We have to wait till
Jess is
everyone exits the room first.
Oh, no one has exited, is it? Oh, there's